Today, analyze Bitcoin. So what is going on with Bitcoin? Are we in the uptrend or we are still in the rebounds for the long-term length? So today, give you the insights from the chart with my indicator. So welcome to ymchannel. This channel is about trading strategy, money mindset, help you make more, learn more. Click like, subscribe, share with your friend. So now we look at weekly chart first. Weekly chart can tell you the big market cycle. Where are we right now? So before I mention, when we look at the market cycle, we can look at the blue line for weekly chart or monthly chart to give you a roughly idea where are we right now. You can also use the reference for up down, which is my new indicator called YM up down. So to tell you the start of the uptrend, the start of the downtrend. Right now, you can see very clearly. First thing, look at the blue light to tell you the market trend. I want you to realize where are we now? Because when they are turning upward, the strategy is different from downward. The downward would be like a big rebound, okay? When it is upward, this is you start to accumulating the stock or coins. Okay, so now when we look at here, the blue is turning downward. The red is going upward. So what does it mean? It means we will have a rebound for weekly chart. Although I say rebounds, but the rebounds range can be quite a lot because this is Bitcoin and also because the range here is quite wide. Okay, it's not narrow. So when we look at the money, do we have institution come in? The answer is yes. We look at YM chip entry. We don't need to look for the volume. This indicator tell you where institution come in. They already filtered a very big volume trade. This is a super big volume trade compared to the YM big buy. This is also a big volume, but it's not big as YM chip entry. Okay, so when we have YM chip entry happening here, the green candle. And when they go above the red, this is a very good sign. You can add your position or play something. But remember, as long as the blue is still downward, even they go above the blue, as long as it's still downward, it is still a downward trend because this blue line can tell you what is this. Okay, until the blue change the direction to tell you, hey, this is the start of the uptrend. With my latest indicator called YM up down, they can also give you extra information. This is the start of the uptrend. So for example, when they are around this area, we see YM chip entry here, and we see they go above the blue, but the blue is still downward. But because of this indicator here, you can add little bit of position. I don't say 100% because we are not a gambler. I want you to do like first like 30% or 10% and then add your position because it's not yet confirmed this is an upward trend, so you don't need to do all in. Okay, there's no all in things for investment. Remember, we are not gambling. And now we look at here, we have YM chip entry. We know institution coming, money look good. The trend, the red trend is the fast trend line is going upward, but the blue, we are still in the downward. It means this is a big rebound. Because why I say big? Because this is a weekly chart. Okay, they may hit the blue as a resistance. It's very possible. We don't know yet. Okay, maybe they can even create a little bit high also. Okay, so depend the strength of this money come in. Always depends on the money they come in. So now we go back to the daily chart. So this is good if you add your position here. Remember, we don't have an up signal here yet. Okay, now we go back to the daily chart. Daily chart. So when we look at the daily chart, okay, so daily chart tell us where is the peak already because you have purple line or blue line. You can also use weekly chart, but I don't repeat. So now what we focus is, should we buy more? Look at this chart. So the first thing is, when we look at the money, we have YM chip entry, of course, and the blue line is changing upward. When we look at daily chart, we are not buying forever. We are not long holding for few years because this is a daily chart. If you want to long hold for very, very long time, if you want to buy at the market cycle bottom, you should look for weekly chart and monthly chart. And now you can look at the weekly chart. You know this is not the market cycle bottom. This is not the beginning of the market cycle. So when we trade daily chart, so you are using the same chart. For example, you buy with the blue. When they change the upward, then you sell with the blue. You can still make good money. For example, here you're making from 79,000, and now you're selling this one around 109,000, 109,000. So you can still make good money for this. And right now the blue is upward. We have an up signal and we have a lot of institution come in. So far, so good. Okay. So as long as the blue is upward, we are safe. The key question is, where is the big bull run? So can we buy something like this, like this range, okay, instead of this kind of thing, okay, because we want to get very fast and quickly to go up, right? We don't want to be too frustrated. How to identify that? Two factors. The first factor is the trend, the red line and the blue line and the purple line. Okay, so this tell you the different time frame. This is fast, the red is fast, regular is blue, the long term is purple. These three lines should be in the same direction. Number one. Number two, they have to be in sequence. The fast is above, the middle is the blue, the bottom is the purple. These three in sequence. Look at this right now. Are we closing to that? I mean, the purple not yet upward, but if when they change upward, this can go very fast. Okay. Another thing you can look at is the money. I always talk about money. So look at this. When we have this zone, the red occupy a lot. There's no green. There's mainly held by institution. And for example, here, mainly held by institution. So it's not frustrating. But when it is here, you see how frustrating it is. You see here, they start to have some green. Okay, so when there's a green, it doesn't look good. It means frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. Why? Because green, it means individual holding. Individual tends to be like they're not organized the movement. When they move, it's a mess, like mixed action instead of everyone buying or everyone selling, right? So everyone is in panic for green part. So right now we still have a lot of greens. You see here? So we still take some time for the purple to come upward. But the good thing is when we look at this red line, the red is coming upward. So this look really, really good so far. And we need some time for it to get a bit stronger for institution. But so far so good because we just finished this kind of zone. When we have YM chip entry, it means this is a relative low point. Relative low point. And usually when is the relative low point? It's mainly held by the public, mainly held by the individual. Because the 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 high point, when it's high point, institution sell. Who are they selling to? Okay, individual. And then individual increasing, increasing. When they at one level, they have enough, then they become a bottom because they lost so much. Okay. And then the institution come in to buy back the stock. Okay, so this is the whole theory for the market cycle. I hope this video can help you understand how this stock market running, and this apply to any stock market. If the cap is low or the volume is low, basically those stock, like those small stock, right? Low cap stock, usually they are very easily to be manipulated by some institution or some private equity because it's easy, it's small volume. That's why when I mention some stock here, I try to avoid those stock because those are too tricky for public to trade. I prefer to do some normal company, normal stock with big volume because those are Those are easier for the chart, especially if you don't have indicator. Okay, so this is the update today. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, share with your friend, and we look forward to fry for the Bitcoin. And remember, when Bitcoin fry up, everything related will fry up. So let's see how it goes. And click like, subscribe, share with your friend. I see you next video. Bye.